What's up guys, Behringer here, and welcome to another Magic the Gathering unboxing video. This time we're going to unbox the Magic the Gathering Cons of Tarkir event deck Conquering Hordes. Hell yes. And what these event decks are is they are 60 card decks with a 15 card sideboard, ready for standard play, supposedly. This one is it's supposed to be a Mardu deck, but it's only white and black. It's not a white, black, red, but and this deck is really cool. Although it's probably not tournament ready, definitely Friday Night Magic ready. Definitely have some fun with it and all that. So in this pack, we've got a life counter. That's pretty cool. Got our sideboard. We've got a divider for this sweet, sweet box. Yeah, whatever. We got our spam. We've got a rules and reference card. We've got our main deck. Let's open this up and see what rares we get. And I'll tell you about this deck. It's basically a creature spammy aggro deck, and it's my favorite kind of deck to play, but it's also the weakest deck against, you know, like blue, any deck with blue in it, which most people play. It's gonna be a mostly a warrior deck. So it makes no sense why they would have this card in there. This card is pretty cool. It is a dime rare. It's from Cons of Tarkir, which is probably why they included it. It's got Outlast, and it's got whenever you activate Herald of Fn's Outlast ability, put a 1/1 white warrior creature token on the battlefield. Okay, so I guess that makes sense. Even though he himself is not a warrior, he puts 1/1 warriors onto the battlefield. My fault. That actually does make sense. This deck is all just spamming warriors and buffing them up, and it's using Outlast and Raid and all those kinds of abilities that will help you out with that. This guy is a warrior, Blood-Soaked Champion, 1 mana to play. Blood-Soaked Champion can't block, and he has Raid. If you attack with a creature, you can return him from the graveyard to the battlefield for only 2 mana. Our next rare is actually from the Born of the Gods set. 2 mana Painseer. He has Inspired. Whenever Painseer becomes untapped, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. You lose a life equal to the card's converted mana cost. Next rare is actually from Born of the Gods also. It's Herald of Torment, 3 mana, 3/3 with Bestow and Flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life, and enchanted creature gets +3/+3 and has Flying if you use it as an enchantment. And our next rare is from M15, Spirit Bonds, 2 mana enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1 white. If you do, put a 1/1 white spirit creature with Flying onto the battlefield. You can also sacrifice a spirit. Target non-spirit creature gains indestructible until the end of the turn. And with that new End Hostilities card and that Dune Blast card, both those Wrath of God type cards that they introduced in Cons, that M15 card actually has more value. Next rare is from the Theros block, or Theros set. Spear of Heliod, 3 mana, legendary artifact. Creatures you control get +1/+1, and you can pay 3 to destroy target creature that dealt damage to you this turn. Next up, from the Journey into Nyx set, is Silence the Believers. 4 mana instant, I believe, yeah, 4 mana instant. It's got Strive, so you can use it on more than 1 target if you pay for it. and you can exile any number of target creatures and all auras attached to them. Next up, also from Journey to Nyx, it's 5 mana, Dictate of Heliod, enchantment with flash. Creatures you control get +2/+2. And next rare from Journey to Nyx is Dictate of Erebos. It's an enchantment with flash. For 5 mana, whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Oh, cool. And we also got a Pain land from M15. It's a Caves of Kolios. You can add 1 mana to your mana pool, or you can add a white or a black to your mana pool, but it deals 1 damage to you if you do that. And that's it. That's it for the rares in there, which is all we really care about. The rest of them are going to be commons and uncommons. It's going to all be warrior cards and ways to buff warrior cards. You know, all the Khans of Tarkir mechanics make an appearance. You've got Prowess, you've got Raid, you've got Outlast. Oh, these are cool though. I want to show you these. These cards, Chief of the Edge and Chief of the Scale, are really neat. Chief of the Scale, for 1 of each color. Other warrior creatures you control get +0/+1. And then Chief of the Edge, the same thing, same mana cost, but reverse. Other warrior creatures you control get +1/+0. And I believe there's 3 of each. So, I mean, you've got a bunch of warrior creatures out, and you've got start getting these out, and they're all buffing each other. Dear God, it becomes, well, a warrior aggro deck like you'd expect. Really cool. And I'm going to open the sideboard up just for shits and grins. I know there's probably not any rares in here. In fact, yeah, I know there's not any rares in here, but we're going to open it anyways because this is an unboxing video. After all, looks like it just has some uncommons and a few commons. Mostly uncommons, so that's pretty cool. So you can adapt your deck depending on who you're fighting. Awesome. So that was the Khans of Tarkir event deck. It's pretty strong overall. I definitely like playing these types of decks. I don't think they're very good, but I do like playing them. But hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video.